That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, fam, what is up? We are back for another episode of our Athlete Spotlight. Got a special one for you this afternoon. Little technical difficulties, little late start for us. Technology that does not like us this afternoon or this evening, depending on where you're going to be hopping and joining us from this afternoon. But got my good friend Miss Jessica, the Black Widow Borga, is going to be joining me. She's got a big fight. It's less than 12 hours now, isn't it? Because you guys aren't fighting in the traditional afternoon, right?
Yeah, so it's exactly about this time. I'll be heading to the venue an hour before this time, so it's a day away. Yeah. But all's time, it'll be earlier.
Gotta love it. And first and foremost, me and you, we go way back. Since your amateur days, here we are. Big platform. This is kind of like, I guess, your first big headline as a pro here. So, I guess, how you feeling here? You got the weigh-ins are out the way. You're rehydrating, getting some food back in you, getting back to being comfortable. How you feeling right now?
Amazing. It's honestly, this whole entire experience has been absolutely incredible. It's definitely one for the books. We actually have it's sold out, the London Stadium. So it's actually the most they've ever had. So I'm so excited to be in front of such a huge crowd. The UK for the first time. The experience has been phenomenal. Everyone.
Yeah, the UK crowds are definitely something that people outside the MMA don't know. It's second to none. Like, us Philly fans, we kind of know. When people talk about coming to a game here, watching sports here in Philadelphia, it's kind of something around that nature. Maybe when you go to watching some soccer over there in the UK, you can marry it to that. But UK MMA events, you guys got Lima and the UK guy over there for Bellator and MVP. So try to avenge that loss. That's a big one. Who are you pulling for? Like, I gotta ask you, but that's a big one. Go ahead.
I got my corner, which is Lima, but I'm just, in all honesty, I love a good comeback. I like both of them are great fighters. They're both
absolutely
awesome people to talk to. I love both of their styles are different, so I like them both. But of course, I'm rooting for my corner. But MVP's cool as hell, though. I like his style. And I like it.
Yeah, he's like if somebody told Anderson Silva to kind of tone it up several hundred notches, that's what MVP like. He has a clowning style. Like, it's like if you put Anderson Silva and kind of Nick Diaz and kind of the same person as far as like how they interact with some things in the cage. That's kind of how you would explain MVP style. So, yeah, but Lima, he's so well rounded. He has great Muay Thai of his own. I mean, and I think a underestimated ground game that makes for an interesting fight. It's the rematch. He got Page got caught last time. We'll see what happens. It's in his backyard now. Well, I think that's going to be even more of an excitement. Like you're going to be kind of the prelim to that, yep. the prelude to the end there, to getting ready for that match. And and you're not going to be the crowd favorite there either. Your opponent there, McCourt, she's kind of got the home crowd behind her, so you're gonna taste the other end of that. Spending a lot of your career, down there in Miami, down there in that scene, that's kind of where you spent a good portion of your MMA career. So
Yep.
I guess I got how you got to feel on that one. Like you already said, you're excited for the environment. It's sold out. The London fans. What is that aspect of it going to play into it, if at all?
In all honesty, like it's become one of my parts of me, I guess, my character. Since my whole amateur career, my whole pro career, I've literally gone to them. I've always been the one that's booed. I've always been the one that's come into, enemy territory. I am completely okay with that. I actually feed more off being booed. So on all honesty, like just a big crowd in general, that excites me more than anything. It doesn't really bother me being booed. I feed off of it. On the
That's
back.
awesome. Now, this fight. Now she's kind of one of Bellator's highly touted featherweight prospects. You're getting ready to try to not knock the crown off, so to speak. How do you see this fight playing out in your head? I'm sure between tonight and tomorrow, you're gonna have dreams. If you can indulge me for a minute, what kind of dreams are you playing out? Do you see you guys having a close back and forth technical bout, or do you see one of you guys being able to kind of take advantage of a hole in someone's game and getting the submission, getting the stoppage, etc.? Like how do you feel it playing out?
I honestly, I've pictured over and over different scenarios in my head of how I'll win. But in all honesty, I mean, we all know it's MMA as well.
Yes.
But I don't think that it's going to be a back and forth thing. I see myself capitalizing on whatever I need to capitalize on to get that win, to be honest with you. So he sees the same thing. I mean, we're all in there to do the same thing, but I'm there. I'm going to be there tomorrow, and I'm here today to be an upset. So I like that. I like being an upset.
So obviously with the poll question, you're obviously agreeing you will defeat Leah McCourt, at 267 tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% the plan.
Well, obviously, I would hope that would be the plan. No one ever goes in there looking for it now.
Lose.
Obviously not, but I think that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at it on a matchmaking standpoint, that's kind of where you're looking at it. Like, okay, this is what you want from me. You want for me to be this girl's jumping off point for a big point in their career. That's not going to be me. That's not going to happen tomorrow night.
That's exactly. I know that they're kind of. It seems like I'm being fed to the wolves. In their opinion, it might be an easy fight. I don't know. I think she's smarter than that, though. I think anyone who knows me and who I fought knows that I'm not an easy fight, regardless of win or lose. I'm not an easy fight, and I never have been, never will be. So, yeah, I know that's what they're probably expecting, but it's not gonna happen.
And speaking of some of the bigger women's, did you happen to catch Amanda Levy's win over Gabby Garcia last weekend?
I did. It was. I loved it. I loved it because I don't think it was fair that she didn't have to weigh in like all the other girls, and I know everyone was pissed off about that as well because I kind of saw.
Well, Amanda absolutely called her out. That's one of the things I love about Amanda. Like people don't know, she was one of my first interviews on my first podcast when Ryan Wrestling wouldn't basically they let her on the team, but everyone was like was forfeiting the match, and they really wouldn't let her wrestle. It was really stupid. Well, that's probably because they were going on YouTube watching her strangle 16-year-old boys like it was nobody's business. Yeah. But let's fast forward to last weekend. She's going in there against someone who's twice her size, probably probably almost 100 pounds heavier, and Amanda worked her.
Yep.
And Gabby, all disrespect aside, she's amazing grappler. When we boil down to it, there's no taking that away from her. And Amanda dominated that grappling match from whistle to end. I think Gabby was in top mount for like the better part of 15 seconds before Amanda swept her.
Yep.
So
she did absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I mean, that's something you have to kind of tip your cap to for sure. Definitely got to take notice of that. And she's not in your promotion. She's over there at PFL, but they're kind of building up a nice little collection of 45 and uppers over there.
Absolutely, they have amazing talent over there. Honestly, the 45 division in almost any of the big leagues, it's amazing talent. It really is. There's a challenge no matter who you go against, really.
Oh, it always is. It always is. And I guess it's because you don't really see the spotlight on anything past 35 as much as you should. And, that's one of the things, like regardless what people say about Chris Cyborg, that's something that she's made sure it has had a spotlight, over the past 10 years. So, regardless of where she winds up ending in the final wars of what we, the gladiator halls of women's combat sports, she's gonna be a pioneer for that weight class and for all intents and purposes. And it's something you don't say, but it's something I hope that kind of changes. It's kind of been snafu. You don't really see it, but as both PFL and Bellator both grow these things, and obviously UFC has never been one of the kind of play nice with other promotions, but you kind of get the sense that maybe at some point in time over the next handful of years, you might get to see a cross promotional tournament growing between these two promotions. Coker's always been pro tournament. They're PFL's kind of developing a format right now for themselves. Would you like this kind of see a cross promotional thing develop between PFL and Bellator, being able to kind of unify some of these weight classes and seeing maybe who are these better fighters that are either not in the UFC and becoming a bright star, or they left the UFC and proving that they are still one of the best athletes in the world. I've never been the one that think that you don't have to be the UFC to be the best X in the world. We've seen it plenty of times before where fighters come from other promotions because they were X, and by the time they went through their run, they become a world champion. But I think it comes a point in time in everyone's career where someone kind of gets either figured out or that they've either had enough of the sport in general, and then they walk away.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I just think it's interesting to see what are your kind of thoughts on that, and you think is that something that could possibly happen down the road?
I do. I've heard a number of people talk about it and it being mentioned here and there, but I think it's great. It'd be great. I mean, I don't think that we should be always tied down to one thing. I think we should be able to compete with different, just no matter what, or who at what division with what promotion. So it'd be awesome.
Well, no, and it's something we talk about a lot. Like you guys get stuck under that subcontracting employees guys, and it's not it, and it's something that hopefully either through litigation or through just time in general, you guys have kind of a better beat on that, and if you guys aren't taken care of or given a fight in an X amount of period of time, that you're able to kind of exercise a clause for you to be able to take your services elsewhere, and but but there's also gray areas with that, because we've seen some things, athletes kind of we don't really just care for how you're fighting anymore. We're just gonna let you go. But then there's instances where you should feel promotion should step in and do some things. We're gonna touch on it. Mr. Jones's actions have kind of really come out into light. He's been an absolute mess for 10 years, and the UFC has kind of thrown this under the rug. We're watching over the past week or so both what has happened to him. His induction in both of the events that transpired afterwards. We're seeing the police report come out now about what actually happened that night, and it's one of these things. I just almost hope like the UFC just gives him somebody who you absolutely knows is going to blast John's head into freaking Jupiter, just so he gets knocked back in. No one's ever actually done that to him. He's always had a reason to hold on. Oh, well, he wasn't really beaten, or this happened or X happened. I don't know if that'll actually change how he is actually acted over the years, or change who he is as a person or he's become. But to see where he was, back all the way back at UFC 129 when he wound up winning that title from Mauricio Shogun Rua, and just seeing who he's become over the past 10 years or so. It's kind of a sad sight to see when you see, both of his brothers aren't in that ilk. They've been in the limelight in the NFL. Both Arthur and Chandler, but both have been champions in their own rights. And you just it's like, how did John fall so far from it?
It sucks to see that, and you're right. You see it a lot. Get done with fight, or just doesn't have that fuel or passion for it anymore. They kind of lose their direction. It seems like. It just it sucks.
Do people underestimate it when it comes to combat sports and MMA? It's mind, body, and soul. You have to have it all in tuned, all in the same place. The littlest thing could throw everything off, and some people are able to kind of adapt and be able to master those type of things, and some people, I hate to say it, man. Freaking Rashad Evans was right. 10 years ago, he was dead on about John. He can pretend who he is, but he can put this mask on for everyone else. He's just a terrible human being. Ain't no hiding it anymore.
Yeah, and made terrible. It's just unfortunately, it comes out eventually. Everything comes out.
Yeah, listen, you can only hide who you are, who you truly are from the world for so long.
Yeah, I see. And people doing interviews, and that's like these people are asking you a question. And that the answer that they're giving them is not exactly they're saying what they want them to hear rather than what they actually do. Like even the funniest questions, just like in my interview yesterday or the day before, it was just a random question and it throws you kind of off. Like, what's the first thing that you do in the morning? I laugh because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I never had like a routine schedule. I don't know, turn off my alarm, go to the bathroom. I said, is this a trick question? I know what I said, and I even said it afterwards. I was like, I know what you want me to say. You want me to say. I tell myself I'm the best. Ain't nobody gonna beat me. Like I know you. I drink with the blood of my enemies. I don't know.
You take it the Black Widow persona even further. I gotta ask you, obviously, when you made that, it was something totally different. Obviously, with how Marvel Studios has blown up, it's kind of people ask you different questions about it. Have you ever thought about like as they're doing the announcements, sit there and do the Black Widow pose just for kicks?
Thought about doing that, but I should, because you don't know how many times somebody asked me during these 2 past media days, what's up with your nickname? Did you just because you like the Avenger? I'm like, I didn't even come up with it. I said I actually hated my nickname at first, but it kind of stuck, and now it works.
Yeah, but it was along the spider line more than anything than it was Avengers, and people are like so oblivious to it. They're asking you if it's about that. I'll just run with it at this point in time. Just have your quarterman have a red wig for you or something like that.
I have a ton of exes that are dead in my closet. I don't know what you want from me. No.
Oh, so you are a secret assassin. I got it.
And I've also gotten asked a number of times, like, why aren't you black? I'm like, wow, I don't know. A white sound is good. I don't know what to tell you.
You ask a spider why it's called a Black Widow, and then I can answer that question for you. Ask him why is the black? I didn't give myself the nickname. I don't know what to tell you. Some people have control over that when it happens, and some people just kind of go with the flow of kind of what's given with you. But
I eventually it stuck, and now I like it. But I don't know. I get asked a lot about the Avengers, so. But the reason I don't give untruthful answers. I'm always honest when it comes to people asking me questions like that. So I know what they want me to say. I know they want me to speak like they
want you to talk like the arrogant, cocky fighter who who's so full of themselves. Like I wake up and I'm the best fighter in the world. Nobody can beat me. Like that's kind of the answer they want to get out of you. Yeah, I got you.
We always tell ourselves that, but if you're gonna be honest,
no, that's normally what you tell yourself, like as you're warming up, as you're walking out to the cage, as they're calling your name. Those are the times of those things kind of come out, because those are when you're getting ready to get into that proper mindset, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you tell yourself throughout the day training, when you want to push yourself harder. Of course, you tell all the things you need to hear, the things that you believe in truly with yourself. You know, it takes steps. No champion is a champion just like that. It takes steps to become, that good. You lose a lot before you become a champion. It's how you take those losses that really matter. So, however
and you've been there before. You've been on the top of some good ones. You've been on the rough end and into someone's. And like I said, it's always the mental battle. How you bounce back. Obviously, I'm with you. I kind of feel like you got this one. You're primed for this upset. They're kind of overestimating this girl. Yeah, she's tough. She's not somebody to kind of look past or whatever. But I know you. This is kind of the opportunity you've been kind of waiting for about a year and a half now or so.
Yes, this is I literally got goosebumps. This opportunity is just, I can't let it slip through my fingers. So it's going to be a fight. I hope she's ready.
Something like I'm not unfocused. I'm mentally prepared. You're gonna have to come take this from me.
Yes, she's gonna have to do it in a dominating fashion. That's only going to be the only way.
Love it. I absolutely love it. And you got other things going on with Ted. You got your little man in his YouTube channel. I seen that the other day. What other content are we going to see him doing? Just besides making people laugh. If anyone who follows you that much to kind of support everything you're doing, like, I guess give them a preview of what's going to be going on.
He was so excited whenever, I posted it on my social media, and he was so excited that he had, it was only 11 subscribers, and he was like, "Mom, I just got another one." He's just every person that subscribed. He was so excited, and he's just goofy and funny, and he just wants to make people laugh, and it warms my heart, honestly. I love him.
Oh yeah, you got to stroke that creative nature, especially if comedians, people of that nature. You got to let them explore that, man. You can't, especially now where we live in a day and age like now where if you think if they had some of this technology for some of the earlier comics and people who were involved in things of that nature, if they had these type of platforms before, how much better they could have been, or how many more people we could have found.
Yes, there's definitely good about the new platforms, and definitely bad about the new platforms. Unfortunately, I wish that they weren't on technology so much together. So I don't know. There's good.
Oh yeah, it's something I beat in but me and my girl beating my kid all the time. Like when they're so word attached to X, Y, and Z. You're not doing whatever you need to do. Both of my kids really haven't been without their electronics for the better part of the last week and a half, just because you've been worrying about everything else. But
Yep. That's what I tell my son, not any memories really, unless you're enjoying what's in front of you without being on, your social media or playing video games and stuff like that. So I'm all for it when it's the right times, but I'd rather make memories and build memories together.
Yeah, and you're gonna be making memories and enjoying the moment. 24 hours from now. What's kind of the one other thing you're gonna enjoy about this? Obviously, you've been ready for this. This is what you've been waiting for. Co-main event, London, Bellator MMA. Couldn't ask for anything else. What's kind of the last thing you're gonna let out there?
No, honestly, just getting that win, that's going to be just the topping on the cake. But I'm going to be able to enjoy a little bit of London and France afterwards as well. So
I'm enjoying it.
I got right here. Why not?
Might as well, right? Now I got to ask you, being able to get over there and everything like that, was that a rough process? Did you have to like make sure you have everything situated long in advance? Like how was that going for you? Being an American coming over, because you're seeing things in the media where you're seeing, Israel's coming to America. He doesn't want to have to deal with having to deal with that, that passport process. What is your feeling coming from the outside going over?
It's kind of crazy too. I didn't know that I was the only American on the card, so that's actually kind of cool. So I'm representing the country all by my lonesome, but I'm good with that. I got the whole U.S. of A behind me, so I'm excited about that. But honestly, the travel wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know there is going to be changes and everything coming October for tomorrow, but as of there was a lot of preparation for the commission and the medical and stuff like that, but in all honesty, it wasn't too bad with traveling and everything. Of course, the mask and stuff, but they're not too bad. You just have to follow the rules.
Gotcha. I mean, hey, like it's rough. It's really rough sometimes when you have to get all these things lined up. Do your fight. Everything else of that nature. Jessica, before I let you go, what I typically do is kind of throw the proverbial microphone over you. Anyone you would like to thank, training partners, teammates, shoot out your social media sites, any sponsors you may have that you're repping for this one. Get time to give them some love. Anything you're doing outside of that you want to let the people know about. The time is yours, my friend.
Absolutely. Of course, I really appreciate everyone that came and trained with me in this fighting camp, like making it the best fight camp that I've had. Brianna Kellen, Coral, Muay Thai. They're all amazing at their skill set, and I just can't thank them enough. Jillian Robertson, Taylor White. I mean, they all helped me really prepare really good for this, and I'm really thankful for that. Of course, my team, as always, Champions MMA and Rage Warrior Combat is my strength and conditioning. But I also want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors that I wasn't able to have on my banner and stuff as well. So Tactical Underground Society and I Can't Either. Not able to be on my banner and fight clothes. So I just wanted to give a little shout out. And Titan Medical Center, of course, they've always been with me. So this is my little fight clothes too. So you guys get a little peek at that as well. Evans,
hey, there you go.
DAS Executive Protection is down here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but
we can. I can see it.
Chiropractic Center of Lakeland. I love all my sponsors. I appreciate everyone. I couldn't do it without you guys, so I really appreciate everyone that stands in my corner continuously from the get-go. A lot of you guys have been with me from the get-go and have helped me get where I am today. So thank you.
Absolutely. Always got to appreciate the ones that help you get you there. And you've always been loyal to a lot of your sponsors, a lot of your supporters, also, people don't forget, as I'm talking to her about everything else, I'm going to do the drawing for Jessica's signed photo this weekend. So anyone who is entering for our A2D memberships, only $9.99 a month. We got massive amount of perks. Tommy and the boys got all bunch of stuff lined up on some other type of giveaways that we've been working on top of what I'm doing with Jess this weekend. We got all stuff lined up for you in with the Money Pot podcast, all the picks you got lined up. You make your money back with the subscription. So it's on you for how far you take it. If you just want to hop in for the chance to win the signed photo, that's on you. Stick around, keep that love, and I
gotta give a shout out to my fiance. He's always putting up with me.
Oh, there you go. you got to give him that. Hey, listen, I'm sure he has to deal with plenty of it. Not just you being a fighter, but like the fact that how people are with athletes on social media. I'm sure the stuff that you have to deal with along that nature. He's probably like
he's so content and confident, and he knows. Him and I just have a special relationship. That's all I gotta say about that. Like people just wish and dream about having a relationship like we do, and it just works. It just
One of our subscribers one day asked you a question. What do you prefer, submission or just brawling? What's your and what's your favorite submission?
That's so funny. My favorite is an armbar. I haven't had to show much of my grappling, but I'm actually more technical on the ground. I just like to stand and fight. Like, I've always been known to stand and just brawl. So that's always been in me, to stand and
I think of her as a female Diaz. You know what I mean? Like Nick Diaz is one of these guys who just likes to stand there, throw punches and do his thing. But people also tend to forget he's probably one of the underrated Cesar Gracie black belts that they have out there. And he's one of the few guys that landed a go-go plata in an MMA fight for the longest time. Yeah. So dude, people tend to forget to get these things because these guys are so entertaining. But that's also why a lot of fighters go that route. I'm more technical, more versed on the ground, but I just love throwing my hands. I don't know what to tell you.
I end up just taking them down and ground and pounding them on the ground. So even if I take them down, I usually just end up punching or elbowing their face. Usually.
Lord, I gotta tell you, if that's the route you're going, bro, you can just go Google some of her older stuff, and if that's really where you want to go with that, I'm sure there's plenty of the stuff, my brother. And this is what we're talking about. Well. Jess, as always, best of skill, my friend. I know you're gonna do your thing. You're gonna show out and perform no matter what, win, lose or draw. We're always gonna have you back on here. Safe travels. Enjoy the downtime afterwards. Tell the little man I said what's up and keep doing his thing too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You guys are always awesome.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, everyone. That's Jessica, the Black Widow Borga. Make sure you're tuning into her tomorrow. Bellator MMA, Showtime, co-main event there. Nothing to miss. It's gonna be fireworks. All right, Jess. Appreciate the time as always, my friend.
Always. Bye.
All right, everyone. That was Jessica, the Black Widow Borga. She's always entertaining. She's good. She's gonna be in another fun fight there. Her and Leah McCourt is gonna be absolute fireworks before the Lima MVP 2 fight. Listen, if you don't have a reason to tune in, she's reason to tune in. That fight's going to be a reason to tune in. There's so much going on with that with her and a lot of the featherweights that they have going. Not just in Bellator MMA, not just a PFL. Like you're gonna see a lot of that of the women's in that weight class continue to grow and do her thing. And hey man, she's gonna do it. Lord, watch. I think she's one of these fighters that people are sleeping on. Again, it's also what we just talked about. She prefers to throw when she's more versed on the ground. Another one of those styles that makes fights. Hopefully she uses that fight IQ and gets that brawl out early and able to calm it down and bring it in there and put the fight away. She has the ability to do it. Not to sit there and say that her opponent isn't going to be able to lay it down there. Leah McCourt's no joke. She's 5-1. She's one of the highly touted prospects that they have there in Bellator in that weight class. It's going to be a fun fight. So appreciate her for hopping on tonight this afternoon. Again, depending where everyone's tuning in from, we have the giveaway lined up again. Make sure you're hopping on the A2D subscription there. And other than that, I think that was this week, but. We got some more things lined up for you the rest of tonight here on A2D Radio. I'm gonna be back for you guys Saturday night with the weekly roundup and Zach Burr. We got a few things lined up for you. Other than that, this was another episode of our Athlete Spotlight. I'm Steve Rochelle. We'll catch you guys back on the rebound.